Hi guys, so here we are with another book review, and this one is You're the One I Want by Giovanna Fletcher. Now this story centres around three characters, Robert, Maddy and Ben. Now we see these three are three best friends who've known each other since they were 9 years old. Now Maddy ends up marrying Robert, but we get to see the course of the three's relationships throughout their life, from the age of 9 up to their late 20s, I believe. And it's a very interesting story, especially when it comes to emotions. Although Maddy is with Robert and ends up with him, we see throughout the story that Robert wasn't the only one who had feelings for Maddy. Turns out Ben had loved her his entire life as well. And we see not only how Ben deals with that, but also Maddy when she discovers that. Now, this story is told in the narrative from the two characters, Ben and Maddy, so it flicks between the two of them from the age of 9 all the way up to Maddy's wedding day. Yeah, so the main part of this story is just simply watching their relationships go through various phases as they grow up and, you know, later from 9-year-old children into adults. They go through school together, university, and then post-university. I don't think there was any real issues for any of the characters other than Ben, who, like I said, had feelings for Maddy, so having to deal with watching her being in love with his best friend and having to deal with the moral consequences then, or having to deal with the moral dilemma of knowing he's in love with his best friend's girlfriend. When it comes to my favourite character, it's probably Ben, if I'm honest, only because he's a very caring character and you do feel rather sorry for him being in love with a woman who doesn't love him. But he also, regardless of what happens, he only wants the best for Maddy and Robert, and he only wants to make both his friends happy. And I think that's a very good character trait. When it comes to my favourite part of the book, I don't think I necessarily have one. I think I enjoyed the book as a whole, so I couldn't necessarily pinpoint a certain part of the book that I enjoyed more than another. I think the same goes for my least favourite. There were certain little parts that I found a little difficult, just because it's hard to see the characters go through these arguments and these situations in life, but I don't think there was one that necessarily said, oh, I didn't like that. It just certain moments then. Now my overall thoughts on this book, it's actually a really good book. I really did enjoy it. Now it could get a little confusing at times. Like I said, it switches between two narratives, so it's switching between Ben and Maddy's thoughts, and it's them telling their story from 9 years old up to effectively present day. And what would get confusing more is you'd have like flash forwards to the wedding day as well, so it could just get a little confusing as to where you were in the story at particular points. But luckily each chapter is titled so you know who's narrating it and at what age, so that helps quite a bit. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I found it quite an easy read. It wasn't hard to get into. You really relate to the characters and really feel for them, and it's a really enchanting little story and definitely worth a read if you get a chance to pick it up.